Alright, so here is another fanfiction idea. So, this fanfiction idea is a sequel of a adaptation of a comic that has a sequel that isn't done yet, but fuck you, this is my... I was gonna flip off, I was like, you guys don't deserve a flip off. No, you guys are too nice for that. Anyway, so, but yeah, fuck it, it's my show. So yeah, this is my cartoon/anime version of DCeased Dead Planet. Now, a while back, I did a version of DCeased. So to catch you up, here's a few things that happened in that story. So in this story, instead of the anti-life equation, it was Xana who deleted himself, but instead deleted himself and spread himself throughout the internet. And whoever was looking at a screen became like a techno-zombie. And a lot of characters were killed off. So only a good amount of heroes and villains survived, and a lot of them made it off-world, just like in DCeased. Hence, it's like it's like a version of that. So Dead Planet kind of follows the same thing, where it's been 5 years, and mankind has populated a new planet. Here's the kicker, though. They're not in control of the planet, because here's the thing. When they left, they couldn't find a home, but when they did, turns out that planet was under the jurisdiction of someone else, and that someone was the Jorian Empire. So the Jorians were like, hey, we're gonna give you this planet, but we call the shots. And with no government to really, like, it wasn't so much like we had an idea, the heroes and every other surviving human on these ships had an idea of what to do. It was more like, get the fuck off the planet! So they didn't really think that through until they found this planet, but now they're like, well, if we want to stay here, we're gonna be part of the Jorian Empire. So that's the big thing. In this story, a lot of characters are dead. Like Danny Phantom, he's dead, but his clone cousin, of course, Danny Phantom, she's taken up the mantle along with Trixie, Jake Long's sister. She's the new American Dragon. You also have Manny, El Tigre, he's still alive, along with Black Cuervo. She's alive too. The rest of the Flock of Fury, not so much. Along with Puma Loco, he's alive, but White Pantera is not. And you also have like some of the Sailor Scouts, they're alive. It's only down to really, and I'm going to borrow a little bit from Jason Voorhees' version, is that here Usagi was protected by the Silver Crystal, but a lot of the Sailor Scouts didn't survive. The ones who did were Sailor Mars and Sailor Mercury, who Mercury had to cut her arm off after being bit and had to keep the infection from spreading. You also have Setsuna, Sailor Pluto, and Sailor Saturn. That's about it. Those are the last Sailor Guardians left that are still alive. And also, like, Sailor Mercury gave herself like a new kick-ass robotic arm to replace the one that got bit. We also have a few other heroes that survived. We have Optimus and several of the Autobots, and Decepticons survived. And Megatron is not cool with this, but he's like, there's bigger things going on, and I don't have enough Decepticons to do shit about it. Baroness survived, and several of the Joes survived, so they're like... Baroness is just kind of like, she's like the last governing leader of Cobra. So, really, it's more like, I'm really the queen of nothing. So, yeah, Serpentor, Cobra Commander, they're all infected or eaten or whatever. Or so they think. Hang on, I'll explain. But yeah, Baroness is like, I'm just glad to be fucking alive, so... Yay. But here's the thing, is that what happens next is that during their 5 years on this planet, 5 years of kind of growing and, building a new... place, working closely with the Jorians, what basically happens is that they've discovered that there is a signal coming from Earth. And they thought, there's no fucking way Earth is, there's no one left on Earth. It's a dead planet. There's no way. But then they're like, if we go... what if it's a trap? We don't know if these things evolve. They are like a part of Xana, of what's left of Xana. And Xana was a smart motherfucker. Oh, forgot. If you're wondering about the Lyoko warriors, vast majority of them dead, except for Ulrich. He's the last Lyoko warrior, and Sissy's still alive. But they're not, but here's the thing. They're the new Ladybug and Cat Noir of this universe. Yeah, they're the new Ladybug and Cat Noir because Marinette and Adrian got infected, and Tiki and Plag took the miraculous, gave them to them, and like, you're the new Ladybug and Cat Noir. Chloe survived. Alia survived. Good several of them, and of course you can imagine my shipping heart has Randy still alive, and he has Alia now because Nino got infected. But he's with Alia now, and the remaining heroes are like all gathered together, and they're like, oh yeah, I forgot the Rangers. Not a lot of the Rangers left. Tommy's still around because the white energy from the White Ranger costume, or the energy of the magic of it, protected him. So all the remaining heroes are gathered together, and they're like, what do we do? You know, do we go there? Do we risk it? Because we're the only superheroes left. We're the last line of defense. God forbid, because we know there are other aliens out there. Or what happens if the Jorians are like, you know, fuck y'all. We need to be here to protect, you know, if we go and Jirai turns on us, or God forbid, the Krang show up, or like the fucking, you know, the Urkins, or someone worse, or like Unicron, we got a problem. So it's inevitably decided that the heroes go back to Earth, which is now under like close watch under the Soulstar Knights, aka the Space Knights, led by Rom. So Rom and the other Soulstar Knights, or Space Knights, pick your poison, are now like watching Earth, much like the Green Lantern Corps are watching Earth in Dead Planet. So they're like, yeah, we heard this, and they've actually deciphered the signal since they were closer, since they were obviously guarding Earth. And Rom's like, you're gonna want to hear this. Turns out, who sent the signal was Washu, and Washu she's claimed that she's created a cure for the Xana virus, and everyone's like, holy shit. First off, why didn't Washu leave? And they realized that Washu, when they were deciphering the signal, she's like, oh yeah, I didn't bother leaving because A, I was in a self-sustaining laboratory. I wasn't going to be touched. And B, this was a fun equation. I was going to have fun trying to figure this out. And they're like, fucking Christ, Washu! So they have to go, but here's the thing. They can't find, because they think, oh, we'll go to Japan and find Washu there. And things like, no, her signal is so scrambled, it's ping-ponging everywhere. So Washu could be anywhere on the planet. And they're like, oh my god. Washu just can't make this easy. So they have to go down and find where the signal is. And along the way, they actually run into other people who are left behind. They actually find out that Roanapur is technically safe. It's okay, because they took care of of the zombie problem real quick. Bella Laika is now like fully in charge. She's made Roanapur like a city-state. She's made it alongside Cobra Commander, who survived. He survived and took what little of Cobra he had left, move in there, and now they're ruling Roanapur together. And Cobra Commander's like, I know this isn't what I had in mind, but you gotta work with what you got, right? And Baroness is like, shit. If he finds out I took control of Cobra out from under him, I'm fucked. You also have Mojo. Mojo's alive. He's in Roanapur. And Mojo's like their big brain, and he's the one who's been trying to find Washu, because he's like, if Washu has a cure for this, we need it. And also, I don't want to fight zombified Powerpuff Girls anymore, because all three of the Powerpuff Girls got infected. So you have that. Wendy is there, because she couldn't make it to Earth. She couldn't make it off the planet. She and Ford, Pacifica, Gideon, and Candy and Greta are like the new version of because Dipper, Mabel, and Stan all got infected. They were all watching Ducktective when the infection hit, so they made it to Roanapur. Like, they fought their way to Roanapur. Because Roanapur is technically the last place. It's the last place that's safe. So they're like, so why isn't Washu here? And they're like, yeah, we've been trying to figure that out too. We can't seem to find her. Reason being is because, like I said, Washu's signal keeps ping-ponging everywhere, and they're trying to find it, and Cobra's like, Cobra Commander's like, I want to find this, and I will take back what's mine, but first I can't rule over the dead. If this thing is real, I want to get it so I can, I don't have to rule over a world of the dead. So the rest of the heroes go out and seek out the they go on their quest to find Washu, who they eventually find. She has basically been hiding, they managed to find a way into her lab, and essentially they managed to find out why she's been doing this. Ryoko got infected, and she's been using her as like a guinea pig to figure out what's going on, because it's my daughter. And Washu's tries to brush it off, my dumbass daughter was looking at a TV screen for one split second and got infected, and then next thing I know, she's eating Mahoshi. But deep down, she's like, it's my fucking daughter. Oh my god, I gotta figure out what's wrong with her. So yeah. Along the way, they do run into other zombies, like a zombified version of Metlar from Inhumanoids, just a towering, hulking zombie that tries to siege Roanapur. You also have, again, the zombified Powerpuff Girls, and Ulrich runs back. Ulrich finds the zombified remains of Jeremy, and he's like, "Oh shit! Hey, Jeremy. Long time no see." And he kills him, so he's like, fuck. But yeah, it was a fun idea of them trying to find, it's basically a hunt for Washu to find her and get this cure back, because they're like, we need this. So yeah. I know I'd go further deep into who lives, who dies, who tells their story. Just made a Hamilton reference. That's the first on my channel. But it's kind of running long, so I'll leave it at that. So you guys tell me in the comments below. What do you guys think of this story? Like it, hate it, just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.